Well, this is my first attempt at a video, and I thought I would show you kind of what I go through to go fishing on a very cold and kind of cloudy day. But this is my setup. It's in the back of my truck obviously right now. It's a Topwater 120 PDL Old Town kayak. I love this thing. It's people powered, so I don't have to have it registered. I also have a bunch of stuff in the back of the truck here, or in the front of the truck here, and also some behind the seat that you can't see. But just to say that it's a process just to go anywhere would be an understatement. So we'll see how today goes. I'm going to try and show a little bit of Greenbo. If you like to bank fish, hopefully you'll find some information about bank fishing there that may help and give you some ideas on where you can go. So we'll continue later. So as you can see, I'm leaving Ashland. That's the Russell area. So you want to head down 23, and I will be turning on the Industrial Parkway, which is the new road that connects Greenbo over to 64. So coming from Ashland, this is the easiest way to get to Greenbo. Alright, you can see there you want the Industrial Parkway. Hard to see it right there. And it's coming up here. You'll be turning left after this stoplight. So I'm going to go over using my turn signal. Hint, hint for everybody. And I will be turning left at this light, heading towards 64. Again, this is coming from Ashland. Note the turn signal also as a PSA. Please use your turn signals. You go around this corner, and at the bottom of the hill is exit Argolite Flatwoods. It's Route 207. Of course, you can see Greenbo Lake State Park. Next exit. You'll take this exit on the right, and at the bottom of the hill you'll be turning left, and you'll be on 207 for just a couple miles, maybe a few more than that, but not that long, and then you'll be on the road to Greenbo. So this is what it looks like coming off that little short stretch, and it's only a couple miles, and you'll be coming on to Route 1, and you will turn left, and now you'll be heading toward Grayson on Route 1. For you bank fishermen, I'll take you down. This is Clay Lick Road. It's on the right, but this is before you get to the actual entrance to Greenbo. And this will take you to the dam. I will not walk up the dam because it is a hike, but I'll show you what the dam looks like once I'm out on the lake later on in this video. But as you can see, it's a very windy little road. You're going to pass a few houses on your right. And there's the creek on the left that comes from the dam. And then right up here is where you will be turning left to go to Greenbo Dam. Up this little road here. It's all paved, so they have it closed. Well, this was the back of the dam right now, so I guess people, as always, can't let anyone have anything nice. There is a parking lot down there. You can see where the red sign is, and you simply walk up to the left, and that takes you up to the top of Greenbo Dam. That was an adventure down Clay Lick Creek Road for the dam. You'll come around this corner. This is junction 1711, and you'll be turning right. That's for the entrance to Greenbo Lake State Park. There is usually a sign here, and all I can guess is that a RV or someone took it out. So hopefully our tax dollars will put another sign up soon. But this is the road, 1711, which will take you to Greenbo Lake State Park. We are now entering Greenbo Lake State Park. You'll come down this hill. It is actually a very pretty drive. And again, the road is paved, a little rough in some areas, but not awful. I'm going to take a jaunt to the right down here for the bank fishermen, just so you can see options here at Greenbo if you have to fish from the bank or you want to fish from the bank. So at the bottom of this hill, and by the way, there's a very nice picnic area here also. There's a little one-room school on the right, or left, I'm sorry, as you come in as an exhibit. And then there's a picnic area and playground down that way to the right. And then if you take this right to the community, my camera cut off, I have no idea what happened. If you take this right to the community pool, this will take you down to the old beach area. And there is room, or I guess places down there to fish. Over there you will see the playground and picnic area. And coming on around this little corner here is the pool area. There's obviously a creek where the kids could play. There's a basketball goal if you want to shoot some hoops. And a very nice parking area down here if you wanted to come during the summer or when the weather's warmer for the community pool. This is really nice. It's a splash pool. I have not been here in quite a while, but it's very nice and a lot of fun for the kids, and I believe very affordable. This is the lake right here. And this area here is very shallow. Let me go ahead and get out for a second. I'll show you what I'm talking about. But you can see there's a whole area of bank down through here you can fish. Now, one issue you're going to have is going to be weeds and cattails. But there are bank fishing areas. That road in the distance there goes up toward the lodge. If that gives you any kind of an idea where you are. This is that very far cove. So you can see there are areas to bank fish. This bridge goes over the creek that enters down here. You can fish off this bridge. Not a whole lot. You might catch a few bluegill or something small. But there's also a hiking trail that goes around. And I don't know how far up it goes. I think it goes all the way out to the dam. But that is an area, this is the area of Greenbo Lake back toward the community pool. This green area here used to be an old beach years ago, and I've actually swam here until the geese messed up the lake and ended all swimming. This is the amphitheater. I've never done anything here. I'm assuming they will have plays when the weather warms, or maybe some type of activities here when the weather is warmer. It looks really nice, and they really have tried to do nice things here. I am now heading back out toward 1711, which brought you in, and I will be turning right going up the hill, and this will take me to the boat ramp. As a side note, this is also the road that takes you to the campground. So there you can see on the right the Jesse Stewart Lodge. If you wanted to go to the lodge, I believe their buffet is open again. I'm not sure on that one. But this, you come down this hill and to the left you're going to see the campground, which I spent many a weekend at. I grew up going to Greenbo. I love this place. And that's the campground there. Of course, it's much bigger than it was when I used to camp here as a child. And then you come around the corner and this will take you to the boat dock. And you can see that it is very nice. There's a lot of areas to park. You can see this is a big parking lot, and it looks like 41 degrees and rainy means I have this place to myself today, which is pretty funny. This is the boat ramp. I will take you around and let you see. Again, this is for the bank fishermen. This whole area there will have pontoons when the weather warms, but you're able to come around this little side road, which is fairly new, I mean within the last several years. And they actually have built a little fishing dock out here. And so you can see all of this would be bank fishing. It's a paved sidewalk. There's two fellers fishing there. There is the little fishing pier which you can fish off of. It would allow you to get to the deeper water. It's about 20 some feet out that away according to my fish finder. And of course you have a parking lot as I come up the road here for 5 or 6 vehicles. And so this is kind of the beginning, but again, if you fish from the bank, this would allow you some areas to fish from. There is a path that goes off the side down there, which would allow you to go walk around some. I think it goes all the way to the dam, because I've seen people hiking down here, but I don't know how many fishing spots you would find along the pathway. But this again would all be bank fishing from this pier all the way back to the boat dock. So this is the boat ramp. As you can see, it's fairly wide. It's easy for 2 boats to load or unload here. That was the fishing area I spoke of before from the bank. That will have a lot of pontoons on it this summer, and you're allowed to fish there, just not on the pontoons themselves. You can fish off of this little floating dock here, but I don't believe and they don't mind you fishing all along here. So this is all bank fishing again. Not very deep out there, 4 or 5 foot tops, so it does get a little bit mucky in the summertime. And then of course they have the pontoons here you can rent. This is the other end of the lake, kind of, I guess you'd call. Those racks back there hold kayaks in the summer, so there is kayak rental here. This marina hasn't changed since I was a kid that I know of. I'm sure it was different, but I just don't remember. But that's the marina, which you can either, they have bait, they sell snacks and that kind of stuff and things that campers might need. But this is the area where I typically enter the lake. You can see going straight down that way is Greenbo Lake. So this is me fully loaded. Like I said, for what I want to do and how I like to fish, this thing is perfect. I've got my fish finder loaded on the front with a little DIY transducer holder. Got my tackle right there under my seat. Of course the pedal drive is awesome. Rod holders, I've got my cup of tea. I've got my soft plastics behind me with some water, and then today, since I'm looking for or fishing for trout, I've got a cooler to put anything I catch there. I can hold 5 rods right now. I could add more if I wanted to, and then of course I have my net and my flag just for safety's sake. So I honestly have no clue what you're all seeing right now, so hopefully it's not totally stupid, but I just wanted to kind of show you. If you look over to that area there, that's the pontoon area. It's only 5 foot deep right here. So it's only 5 foot deep, so even now it's only 4 foot deep. Get on that here a little bit. So you'll see here how shallow I'm still in 4 foot of water, not quite 5. Now on the far bank over from the boat dock, there is a channel. I'm still in 5 foot of water, and you can see where I am that way. And then I'll try and show you the bank over here. That's the bank, and I'm in 6 foot of water right now. So just so you know, when you're fishing here at Greenbo, this area near the boat ramp is very shallow. It gets deeper a little farther down. In fact, here I'll just go on down that way a little bit. Didn't lock my drive in. Roll this thumping forward. There we go. That's better. All right. Now a little bit farther along here. I'll hit 7 foot. And there's 8 foot. So if you're fishing here, you'll see a trash can and a set of stairs that come down off of the guardrail. You see it over there or not, I'm not sure. I'm in 10 foot of water right here. So just know that the farther out you go toward that fishing ramp, down here, there's 11 foot. This would be a castable distance from the pier. And I see basically 14 foot of water, 15 foot of water. I don't see any snags or anything out here. There is a hump. There's some fish off that hump actually. Or not, but it's almost 16 foot of water right now. And it is 16 feet now. Now those little marks are fish. So you're 17 foot off that far corner. So I guess if you wanted to know what's here, now there's a hump coming up. This is probably some snags in there. Those might be grass carp, those big marks. It might be snags, I'm not exactly sure. There are grass carp in this lake and they suck, but whatever. And then coming off that far corner toward furthest away from the boat dock, I'm in 18, 19 foot of water. So I hope that helps if you're coming out here to catfish. That will be a castable distance off of that dock, and you're looking at not quite 20 feet of water. So hopefully that helps for you bank fishermen. There is a trail that goes along here, and there are some spots. You can see where people are fishing along the bank here. You can't see it. Some fishing spots along the bank, if you can even see that. So there are places to fish if you're off the bank, where you can get away from people if you want. Again, what you're going to do, no idea. But I'm still in 18 foot of water, and it would be definitely castable from the bank. I mean, it'd probably be about as far as you're going to get, but 18, 19 foot of water. If you want to catfish, you should have some deep water here off of the boat ramp area where you could fish. I've been trolling about 3 or 4 minutes and already got a fish on, so there you go. Feels like a pretty decent one. We'll see here in a minute. They stock 5,500 trout in October and 5,500 trout in February. Pretty nice size little trout. So it's a lot of fun. And here it is. It's February. That's a nice size trout. It's February 20 something. 6th, 7th, I don't know what it is. It's 40 degrees. It's been rainy. And my damn line's caught up on everything. But we've got a trout in the boat already. It's going to be a good day. Jiminy Christmas. Alright, this rod drives me crazy. Yeah, you can see the raw nitty gritty of all this shit. Alright, so there you go, a little Greenbo rainbow. Not even probably 3 or 4 minutes into trolling. Okay, so I don't know what you all can see, and this is going to be probably horrible, but nice little rainbow from Greenbo. Because these are put and take only, so they don't reproduce or anything, so I do keep these for meat. Anyway, there's one. right, for you bank fishermen, again, this is right off the point of the very first cove. And it is, you could walk from the boat ramp down here to that, I spoke about that trail earlier, and you can see there's a cleared area right there where you could fish if you wanted to fish. And according to my fish finder, it's 34 feet, and this is definitely castable from that little spot there. And like I say, it's right off the point of the very first cove here. There's only, well, there's really 4 coves. There's not a whole lot here. It's a small lake. But if you wanted to come down here and fish, just to let you know how deep it is here, you're looking at around 30 to 34 feet. Alrighty. Well, it took a while and I had to switch baits a little bit, but here's trout number 2. Oh, did he get off? I don't think so. No, he's still on there. There's a little more activity now. The sun's come out and it's a prettier day. Yeah, he's still on there. Typical little trout for Greenbo. Nothing huge, but a nice size. That's a perfect release. Alright, dude. So anyway, there's trout number 2. Get a little more organized now. These things are tough to get a hold of once they're in the bottom of your kayak. There we go. Again, nothing huge, but they release, I guess, between 9 and maybe 12 inches, I don't know, but a nice little trout for Greenbo. So trout number 2. Okay, you, again, bank fishermen, I promised you a shot of the dam. And apparently, even though that's already blocked off, there's a couple guys up here fishing. There's one still left. And so you can see that's a little pathway that goes along the edge where you could fish from the bank from. It's wide open for fishing, and I just caught fish. So, keep this guy on, I hope. Get him reeled up. He's fighting pretty good here. So that's the main area. Let's see what we got here. I switched baits. I went to a smaller profile, and I've had already one hit and get off, one hit it and stay on. This is my second one, so I may go to the smaller profile here for the rest of my trolling days for trout anyway. He's not very big. I'll just let him go. He's not very big. I don't like to keep the smaller ones. He's actually foul hooked. He's a little feller. We're going to let him go. It's just not much worth effort there if trying to clean them. So that's the main dam area. And as you can see, it's wide open for fishing. It's all grassy, no trees. As I said before, there is walking trails, or there are walking trails, I guess would be the better way to say it, that come down from the boat ramp. But it would be a long hike, or if you can find it, you just park and walk right up the dam. There we go. All right. I've had several short hits, but this one stayed on. Yeah, he's a nice size. Let me get him up here real quick. Oh, that's a nice one. Probably the best one of the day. That's a good 12-incher there. Very nice. You can tell I'm using Rapalas. I like Rapala simply because they... Oh, great. I gotta chase him now. Alright, here we go. About ready to say some curse words here, but I'm not going to. We're going to keep this clean. Gee, Merry Christmas. These things are slipperier and crap. Well, that's a nice trout. That's the best one of the day, and I'm getting ready to float into some trees. I need to get out of here. Anyway, it's a nice one. It's the, let's see, third or fourth in the box. So limit's 8. Like I say, it's February 25th, and I'm on Greenbo catching trout. Not a bad day. I've got another one on here. Don't know how big it is, but we will see. Yeah, he's big enough for the box. I think that's, yeah, I don't know. All right, dude. Yeah, I'll keep him. He's probably only about 9 inches, but I'm trying to, I've got some friends who love, he's too little, who like the fresh trout, and keep him for them actually. But I'm just gonna let him go. He's only about 9 inches, and that's just not much worth keeping. There you go, little feller. There he goes. All right, that's 5 in the boat, 3 in the box. Feels like a pretty good one. Let's see. Get him up here. Yeah, he's not bad. Not bad at all. That's a nice one. Now he had the smaller profile this time. He's actually double. Let's get him on the grabber here. Well, it's easier said than done sometimes. Got 2 hooks in him, so. Alright, all right. Chill. Yeah, that's the nice size. That'll be 4 in the box now. 4 in the box, 6 in the boat, which is not a bad day. Not a bad day at all. Ah, crap. He's got his upper and lower hooked. Oh, there we go. See if I can get this gripper on him. Like I said, I like to keep the larger ones for a friend of mine. Although, as I was coming down this cove, I thought, you know what? I may just keep these for myself. I do like to bleed them out, so I'm not going to show that on camera, obviously. But anyway, not a bad trout for February 25th, 2023. It's like maybe 42, 43 degrees. The water temp is up to 47. So that warm, we had a couple warm days, really helped out. So there's number 4 in the box. Yep, got another one. Oh man, he got off. Let's see. Got another one, I thought. Had to turn the camera on, and I think I gave him too much slack line. Let's see. Nope, he's still there. He's still there. Just trolling out of the cove here. And he's alright. He's about a 10 inch. Not huge. You know what? I'm going to let him go. I don't like him letting 11 to 12. He's probably not quite there, so we'll let him grow and go and grow up. Fish, they do hold over here at Greenbo. I won't say they're thriving, but I have caught one that was 13 inches, and it was a beautiful trout. And it actually had orange flesh, which is typical of the wild caught trout, because the orange, it's an enzyme in the food they eat, which has keratin. So the insects and other aquatic shrimps and whatever else they're eating causes their flesh to turn orange. So when they get off of the hatchery feed and they're eating more natural, their flesh actually turns a real pretty bright orange, like a salmon almost. And I've caught 2 or 3 of them like that out of here. So the trout can live more than the initial stocking. And again, I don't know, I won't say they're thriving, because that 13-inch trout, you know, may have been here 2 or 3 years, who knows. But there are big bass in this lake. They're harder crap to catch, but I know they're feeding on the trout. I've I've seen some big hits on top of the water. And it had to be a big bass chasing after 8, 9, 10 inch trout. So, all right, we got another one on here. I think this is number 7 or 8. I can't remember. Ah, crap. He may have gotten off. No, he's still on. They're not huge fighters. They fight initially, and then they kind of give it up. They almost follow you to the boat. Yeah, he's netted him, but he's one I'll keep. These suckers are slippery and crap. All right, I don't handle him if I'm gonna let him go, but since I'm keeping him, and he's probably on the verge of not being big enough, but it's getting a little bit late in the day, so I'd like to let it out if I can. So he's probably about 10. The other ones I have are 11, or maybe even one was 12. So not huge, but you know, again, for a February day, 40 some degrees, water's 47, 48 degrees. I'm a happy man. Got another one on here. Feels like a pretty good one. I got in the shade for a while. I'm telling you what, you don't want to be in the shade right now. You definitely want to be in the sun. Alright, let's see what we got here. One thing I've noticed, the larger profile seems to be hitting with the larger fish. No shock there, I know, but yeah, I hooked this feller in the eyeball, so I better keep him. Yeah, well, sorry, bub. Probably would have anyway. He's right on the verge, but he's not going to be in great shape, so we'll let him go home to the frying pan. So anyway, there's you know what? I've lost count. That's 8 or 9 in the boat, and I think that's number 5 or 6 in the box, so something like that. This one feels like a pretty good one, but you never know till you get them in. That initial hit and fight is usually pretty good. So this will be 9 or 10 in the boat, and yeah, we're gonna let him go. He's a stumpy little feller. Huh. Look at him. He's yeah, that's interesting. That's a bit of a deformity from the hatchery there, but we'll let him go. We'll let him be a feller in the lake here. See what happens to him. All right, so that's 9 or 10 in the boat. I honestly have lost count. I've got 6 in the box. I had to turn around and count because I'm getting close to my limit. Well, all right, here's another one. Hit the small profile again. Seems to be the popular one today, although the orange colored one is doing all right too. Up a little bit. This might be number 7 for the box, that is. Oh yeah, he's a nice one. He's a nice one. Yeah, that's a nice one. That's one of the better ones of the day right there. I just never know. Getting later, oh, that's probably the best one of the day. That's a nice heavy body trout. That one might be a holdover. I never know till you get them home and clean them. But that's got a nice heavy body to it. It looks like it might have been a one that's made it through for at least a season or 2. All right, dude. A little more girth to it than the other ones do. So, like I said, these trout, they do make it through the summer. Oh, shoot. At least to some degree. I don't know how many of them make it, but some do. And they've released brown trout out here, which I find interesting. That's a nice little trout. That's probably 11, maybe 12. I'm not sure. Probably 11, but nice. He's got my lure all wound up here. But yeah, so that's number 7 for the box. That's double digits for the day, I believe. So there you go. Just get out, and these warm days, I'm telling you, it's making it fun. Well, it didn't take very long. Let's see, this doesn't feel like a big one, but you never know. So this may be number 8 for the box, although I don't think so. We'll see. We will see. No, we'll let him go. He's not that big. He's a little feller. They're wiggly dudes. Yeah, he's just probably 8 inches maybe. So now if he were a wild trout in a trout stream, it'd be a fun catch. But for stockers at Greenbo, he's a little guy. So we'll let him head off back to the beach and see if he'll grow. Maybe I'll catch him next year, who knows. Well, I hope you've enjoyed my little trip to Greenbo. I came here a lot as a kid, and really the reason I wanted to do this video is just to share more than just catching a fish here and there, kind of how to get here, what it's like when you get here. If you fish from the bank, what opportunities might you have? Because growing up as a kid, all I did was fish from the bank. And let you see that, you know, on a cold February day, and I fished here in January, I fished here in December, and I've almost always caught a few trout. So what the Department of Fish and Wildlife has done, at least for me, is extend my fishing season to make it almost year-round. I just like to catch fish. I really don't care what they are. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. I want to cast here a little bit just to see what I can catch, if there's anything active on top. There's a few hitting around me, and I'm almost back to the boat dock. So hope you all have a great rest of this day and many days to come.